G'day. Today I thought I would talk about diffusers and why we diffuse, and actually show you the selection of diffusers that doTERRA has, but also the selection that we've got at More Than Oils. Now, aromatherapy, which is why we use essential oils, okay, according to my piece of paper here, okay, aromatherapy application refers to inhaling the aroma or the diffused mist of an essential oil through the mouth or the nose, often referred to as aromatherapy inhalation of the oil. Okay, this can be a powerful way to affect the memory, the hormones, the emotions, all through the olfactory system. Now, the olfactory system, that's an interesting one. I remember we did an exercise years ago with my mentor Maggie, and she sort of started it, and we all looked at her and were kind of like, really? You want us to do that? But your memory or your olfactory system is up your nose, surprisingly, seeing as it's affected with smell and things like that. Your olfactory system, as Maggie described it to me, if you were to put your finger up your nose, kind of like what the kids do, if you do that and put it up your nose as far as you can go, you'll hit a bone, and behind that bone is your limbic brain, which is your olfactory system. Now, that is the center of fight and flight responses. So that's the one that if you breathe it in, you calm down or you take off, whatever. That's the spot. It's that part of the brain right up there behind the head. Now, that part of the brain is the one that then has access to things like memories. Okay, so if you were to smell lavender, for example, and lavender's a pretty basic oil. Everybody sort of knows the smell. You mention the word and some people cringe and some people relax. You can see it. They'll be like, don't talk to me about that one. Or they'll be like, oh my God, I love that oil. Now that's because their memory of it. So, for example, if grandma's house always smelt really musky and grandma was always a bit cranky, whatever, it's probably lavender that you're associating that with. So all your memories right back here, all your memories about lavender aren't happy, aren't pleasant. So you smell or even hear the word and you kind of go, ugh. Okay, but if grandma was awesome and loved cuddles and was always welcoming and you always had fun at her house and things like that, you're going to smell lavender and you're right back on grandma's lap. So your olfactory system is amazing. Now, another time that it comes into play big time is when you're trying to remember stuff. I don't know about you, but I know the amount of times you've gone to fill out a form and the first word is your name and you have to stop and think. It's like, I don't even want to tell you how long I've had my name, but I still get stumped. Now, that's because that front lobe of your brain actually goes into shock. Okay? Now, when you're... sorry, I've got a child crawling around here moving everything. Okay, when you look at... when you're asked a question or you have to access your memory, what happens is the front lobe kind of goes into shock. So whilst all your memories and everything, all the info you need is all there, trust me, it's all there, it's in the back part of the brain and you need to access it. The olfactory system, remember that thing at the top of your nose? Your olfactory system is the bridge through that shocked part of the brain directly into your memories. Okay, and that's why smells are so amazing and can affect your mood instantly. Okay, so we're going to talk about... Oh, now wait, I didn't finish telling you why that's good when you're sort of studying. Hi Roz, hi Chris. So when you are studying or going somewhere or you're a bit stressed about something, if you use an oil and just breathe it in and focus on what it is you've got to do, then when you get there and go to do it, if you smell that oil again, straight away, you've bridged that part of the brain that's gone into shock, and all the info is at your fingertips. So you have it. It's brilliant, and so it's a great way to do it. Peppermint for the kids studying is a great one. I've even heard stories of kids that are very stressed, like lots and lots of information, studying hard for HSCs, things like that, who use a different oil for every subject, and that way they sort of cutting through that circuiting very quickly, so orange for humanities and peppermint for maths or whatever. Only problem with that is you have to remember what you used when you were studying and when you're going to your exam. If you just use one oil, you're still going to access that information, or one smell that you really like. So that's a great way to do it. So when you smell them, okay, straight into see, orange. It's nice and refreshing. I love it. And it is like a, don't want to go against the whole, there you go, I've lost that word because it doesn't matter. But for me, antidepressant, just instant pick me up. I love it. Always smells good. There's a couple that do that for me. Lime is another one. I can't help but smile the minute I open lime. So I was really excited that was my free product this month. So that was kind of cool. But orange oil. Okay, so we're going to just take a smell of it, and it smells great. It is relaxing. It's not going to hype the kids up, but it's not going to put them to sleep like lavender does. I think we talked about this one when we talked about the little intro kit the other day. So if I'm going to put this in my diffuser, I can put it, I actually mix it with a few other things sometimes. By itself it's great, but it is a top note oil, so it will disappear very quickly, the smell, as in if it's got like a drop of patchouli or sandalwood or a base note, it'll hold it a lot longer. And that's like an old perfume technique, but it also works in your diffuser. So diffusers, first off, I'm going to show you one because I'm nowhere near a PowerPoint, so you've got to love that, but I love this little one. Now this one isn't doTERRA, this is an Australian one from that More Than Oils sell. Now with all of your diffusers, and I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 to show you tonight roughly, they all work the same way, in that you take the lid off. Okay, they've then got a little bowl. Into that bowl we add our water. Okay, so we add our water into the bowl. Okay, there's usually a line somewhere that tells you how far to go. Then add your oil. Okay, a couple of drops. This is only a small one, probably doesn't need 6, but 6 is about the average that I work on. Okay, now we pop it back together. They usually have some lines there so that you can see, and then you'll see it's got 2 buttons, and this one says mist. So when I press that one, okay, like I said, I'm not hooked up to a PowerPoint. I'm actually hooked up to a battery pack with this one, but where did it go? That was working before. Okay. Gotta love it when the equipment doesn't work. Aha! We're working now. Okay. So, see how the green light's turned on? That's because the mist is turned on. Okay. So I can turn the mist on and I can turn the light on. Oh, how cool is that? Now, the light, okay, battery pack. Okay, the light will change colour. Okay, now I can change it myself manually. I can go in and just keep pressing it till I find the colour that I like best, or I can just let it go rainbow. So if I do it that way, it goes non-stop. Now this particular diffuser fits in the drink holder in the car and runs off a battery pack or off a the thing in your car, you know, an auxiliary point thing, the USB point in your car. Okay, so that one is great, and you can see sort of how big it is. It's not a huge one. Now my only advice with this one, don't put the light on when you're driving at the night time because your car looks like Party Central. It's kind of cool, but you can't see outside so well, so not the best. Okay, now that's the battery pack's going to croak it on me. That's all right. You got the gist of that one. Okay, now all the others do exactly the same thing. The difference is the shape, the look, and the amount of time that they go for. So this one is the doTERRA one. Okay, now the doTERRA one, the lid comes off. Okay, it just lifts straight off. Sorry, need two hands. Lifts straight off. Okay, it's got a rather big bowl in it. You fill it up to the top to the red dot there. Okay, and this one you can set it for 1, 2 or 4 hours. So to do that, on the button that says mist, you just keep pressing it and the green light will move along that time. Now this one doesn't do the rainbow thing, sorry. This one only does one colour. Okay, hi Shanali. This one goes, like I said, you can do it for 4 hours. This is the one I use in my room when I'm doing a massage, because I can put it on for 2 hours, so it gets my room ready. It's there the whole time I'm done, and when I finish, I'm done. Like all of them, I forgot to tell you this, when there's no water left on the little thing, for want of a better word, when there's no water left there, it turns off. So they're brilliant. I love them. This one is plastic, so if it was to roll over or the kids were to knock it or the dog, it would roll over. Okay, it's not going to break because it is plastic. And this is the bit I like. It's cold water. They're a cold water mist, so the water's not hot. Apart from having a wet spot on the floor or on your bed, it's not actually going to damage anything. With the cold mist, the beauty of that is that it hasn't changed the constituents of the oil at all. Okay, so if you put orange oil in there, knowing that orange oil is going to be uplifting and it's going to smell great and it's going to do this and it's going to do that, it's exactly what it's going to do. Okay, the old-fashioned ones with the candle, one, Paul won't let me use them because he doesn't like the flames, but two, they heated the oil up, and so they did change the constituents of the oil or the healing properties of it. So all your cold mist ones don't, and I just like the safety aspect that if I do happen to knock it over, it's cold water. It's not going to do anything. Okay, so that one is the petal diffuser from doTERRA. This one comes with a lot of their kits. So when you start up or get a wholesale account and you start with the Home Essentials kit, this is the one that comes in the kit. Okay, and it's quite a pretty one. I like it. Okay, they have a new one. This is the Lumo. Okay, this one comes in this box here. Now this one has on it, so it does the same thing. Okay, you fill it up, you put the lid back on, you press the buttons, but this one will go for 2, 5 or 10 hours depending what you program it for. Colour wise, it's going to do that fancy colour thing, the rainbow thing, or just on one colour. Now I read some research from a company in Melbourne who said that if you're using them for children or for yourself of a night time, the rainbow light's gorgeous, it looks cool, but it's not really good for sleeping. Surprisingly, the red light is the one for sleeping. Go figure. It's not what we associate, or not what us oldies associate red lights with, but anyway, that's the one for sleeping. So thankfully you can just keep pressing the button and stop it on the red light and have it going. So things like your lavender peace, your lavender drop of vetiver, even your balance, depending what you want to help you sleep, they're great of a night time. Same thing, that knocks over. Once there's no water on that little thing, it turns itself off. So they are brilliant. So the Lumo is now available. It's only just recently available in Australia through doTERRA, which means that you get it wholesale if you've got your own account. It does have PV points, so you can get bonuses and things from it as well. Okay, now they're great. I love them. It's not always what we want. So one of the other ones that we found, that quite a lot of people in my upline have found, are these Alicon ones. Now, the beauty of these is that they are Australian. Okay, it is an Australian company. I can get them in bulk, so happy to give you a discount at any time. Right, now with the Alicon one, same story. Okay, it lifts off, you've got the little thing inside. This one will diffuse for when you press the light button, the mist button, sorry, when you press the mist button, if it's got a little green light, it's going to go for 12 hours. Okay, if it's got a red light, it's only going to go for 6. Now, what happens is with the red light, it will mist constantly for 6 hours. With the green light, it does 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So that one is a great one. Chanel has just put that she'd like to hear more. With all your studies, because, you know, Chanel is going to be like world's best lawyer. She's going to make a difference in the world. She's got a lot of things happening, and with your studies, spot on. The oils would be brilliant. Okay, back to the diffusers, because that's what I was talking about today. This one is the Curry. Now, this one is really cute. I quite like this one. It does have a big bowl in it. Okay, same story. If there's no water, it'll turn itself off. It is plastic, but this one's a little bit harder. I wouldn't want to drop this one because I think it might crack if you were to do that. Now, if you can see that little line around there, that does the rainbow thing the same as the other little diffuser, so it's really cute. Okay, now this one, 1, 3 or 6 hours. This one will go for, depending on how many times you press the button. Okay, so with your diffusers, honestly, all of them, as long as they're cold mist and can use essential oils, then you're on the right track. Okay, the difference is, one, anything happens with these, we can contact doTERRA or Alicon direct, and I've not had any issue with either of them, so I know who I'm dealing with. So that, for me, works. I like to know who I'm dealing with, and that if there is a problem, it can go back. Now, the other thing I was going to say, no, lost it. It's all right. I'll come back to that one. Should have used the peppermint, not the orange. I'm in chill out mode now. Okay. Rainbow light. Does the rainbow light? Yep. No, that's about it. Okay. We'll... the other thought will come back. It always does. It will come back. Okay, now with these ones, they are this one sells for 50. Okay, this one I sell for 60. Now these ones, I think if you go into their website, they're about 89. So 60 is a really good price. And if you've got a wholesale account, then I give them to you a bit cheaper as well. Okay, so this one is 60. This one is also 60. Now this is the big white one. This is the one that Lenore has in her shop in Picton, in the collectibles shop. Now this one has a huge bowl. Oh, and you can see they all come with, most of them come with their measuring cups and their power cords and stuff. Okay, this one has a massive bowl in it. This one will go for, okay, are you ready? 6, 12 or 18 hours. Okay, so this one, you can put this one on at lunchtime and know that when you go to bed, you don't have to turn it off. Now, if you're putting a big uplifting oil in it, that's not such a good idea. Okay, if you like to change your oils during the day and have, you know, a nice bright wake up one in the morning and a calm down one of a night time, then you don't need one that's going to go for 18 hours. But if you've got sick kids and you want to put the Easy Air on and the On Guard so that everybody stays healthy, this one is brilliant, because this one, put on and forget, and it's going to go for 18 hours. So that one's really cool. Now that one also has the lights as well, okay, and $60 as well. So same price as the timber looking Curry one. The whole thing will light up like the little one did that we showed you. Okay, this one is the bamboo one. Now, the bamboo one doesn't say it on it. Let me just make sure I give you the right facts. Okay, this one goes for 5 hours, cool mist, water well, 16 hours. Okay, 8 and 16 hours this one goes for. So if you press it one for the green light, it will go for 16 hours, and twice with the red light, it will go non-stop for 8 hours. Now this one, same story, has a big bowl in it. You fill it up, they all hook up to the electricity except that first little one. This one has, though, 2 options. So it's got the glass lid option, which will do the complete rainbow lights, okay, the LED light. But you can change the lid, okay. If you don't want the glass lid, take the glass lid off, put the timber lid back on. Okay, now with that one, same diffuser, different look, but you'll still get the rainbow around there. Now with all of them, if you don't press the light button, you won't get the rainbow. Okay, you don't have to have the rainbow. You can mist without the light. So, but the rainbow looks really cool. I like it. Okay, so that's the bamboo one. Now the bamboo one is at 85. It's a bit more expensive. I think I do it for 80. Just check the More Than Oils page. I'll put the link up for More Than Oils when I finish. Okay, now all of these I have available when I do the markets. They're all available on the shelf in my house, so you're welcome to sort of come along and have a look. G'day, Kana. And yeah, they're all there. Now, this one, Emma and I sort of were looking and we went, do we do it? And we just went, you know what, we're going to get this one and trial it. And I think Emma's in the same boat as I. Love this one. Now, it does work the same way in that you fill the bowl up. Okay, you fill the bowl up, put your oil in, put your lid on. Now, this one is glass, where all the other ones are plastic. So this one, don't put it in the kids' way or where the dogs are going to knock it over. Okay, if it is, when the water runs out, it will turn itself off like all the other ones, but it is glass. This bit is glass. Now, with this one, beautiful colours because it's glass, there's no buttons. No buttons anywhere on the visible side of it. But underneath here, see how there's like 4 legs, but this one looks different? It's because this one is the button. Okay, so you kind of go, well, how am I supposed to turn it on? When it's down, you just push it and it clicks and it's on, and the colours are beautiful. So this one is called the Sol, S-O-L. This one is around the $80 mark as well, and it is. I think this one's the 85, and it is beautiful. I love it. I've got this one in my lounge room, so it is really nice. Okay, and then the last one is the Paso, and I've already shown you the Paso. It's the one that fits in the car. Now, with that one, I don't know if you can see it, but it sort of looks a lot more complicated up here, where the other ones don't have that. And that's because this one does go in the car. The car moves. So this one has a bit of a thing in it so that you don't spill it. So it's really good that way. This one is $40. And if you have a battery pack that works, not like mine, we won't go there. It does work. It's probably just flat. I thought I'd picked up one that was charged. Now, it will work off a battery pack, but it works off your phone socket. So as long as you've got a phone charger USB socket, or even your computer, this one will work. Okay, and that's this one. Now remember, oh, that was good effort. I'm going to show you the lights again because it did just do the thing, and you can watch the rainbow light come through. So diffusing gets it straight into your brain. Okay, it helps with the emotions, it helps with fighting airborne germs, it helps with, what else did our bit of paper say? They look pretty as well. They're pretty cool. My girls have both got their own diffuser in their bedroom. Okay, works with the the easiest way to spread essential oils throughout a room is with a diffuser. The greatest therapeutic benefit is received by diffusing oils. Oh, there you go. It says for only 15 minutes out of an hour. So that whole 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off is pretty cool. Plus, you're walking in and out of your rooms all the time, so I'm not too worried. And the olfactory system. Now, I've got another interesting fact about your olfactory system. Remember we talked about where it was? I'll fill you in on that one later, Kana. I think you know where it is anyway. But the other beauty about your olfactory system is that we smell so many things every day. And the biggest thing I hear when people use oils is, I can't smell it in my room. You know, I put it on and I could smell it when I first put it on, but then I couldn't smell it. Now, there's a reason for that. Imagine just walking around your house, okay? Like I'm just sitting here on the floor at the moment. I've got the diffuser, I've got the wooden chair, I've got the carpet, I've got bookshelves, I've got the screen behind me, I've got just within a metre radius of where I'm sitting, I've probably got, 20 different smells. Now, I'm not overpowered by them because my nose, my olfactory system recognises timber. It recognises the smell of the chair. So my chair doesn't smell new anymore, okay? My carpet doesn't smell new. Okay, once your body knows the smell, it doesn't pick it up every single time it comes across it. Okay, sometimes, like if you've cleared your sinuses, smelt the coffee, smelt your sleeve, whatever, you will pick up some fresh ones, especially things like trees and plants. But quite often, unless you consciously stop to smell those things, you'll find that you don't smell the trees as you walk down the street. Okay, and your oils are exactly the same. Okay, now I'm going to give you, this is an awesome example. It's one that once you hear it, you never forget it, okay? So this is one that Maggie told me as well, and there is scientific proof for this. So you know how they use dogs at the airport to smell the suitcases for drugs and things? You know, if you and I smell our suitcase, like seriously, put our heads in it and smell it, we might smell the dirty socks or whatever, but we're going to smell clothes. That's it. We're going to smell clothes. A dog has a much more heightened olfactory system. So the dog puts his nose in there. That dog, he can smell the dirt from the playground. He can smell our socks. He can smell the nylon, the cotton, all those things. Okay? So that makes more sense. Imagine a pizza. Okay? We smell pepperoni pizza or a mozzarella pizza, and we recognise that that's what it is. A dog can smell everything on that pizza, right down to the ingredients in the tomato sauce. So a dog's olfactory system is way more heightened, and that's why when the dog's walking down the street, man, that dog, he's all over the place, okay? Where when we walk down the street, we don't get quite so much. 2 seconds, I'm nearly done. Close the door, please. When we walk down the street, we don't smell so many things. And it's the same when we walk through our house. Okay? When we walk through our house, we know all those smells. Okay? We're familiar with them. We know them. Our olfactory system recognises them. So it doesn't have to pick them up all the time. Okay, now I can't smell that orange oil. It's sitting there with the lid off and has been the whole time I've been talking. I can't smell it now, but if I consciously put it up to my nose and smell it, I can smell it, and it smells like wild orange and it smells awesome. Okay, so remember that. If you do want to recharge your nose and sort of walk into the room again, if you walk out and smell something completely different and then walk back in, quite often you'll go, there's that smell. Or if you walk past your diffuser, your brain remembers that there's an oil in there, and so then it will pick up on the smell. But the majority of the time it's on, and you've just got to trust that it's actually doing what you want it to do. You don't have to constantly be recognising that smell. You can imagine how tiring or how tired you would be at the end of the day if every single thing that you walked past or put on or smelled, if everything was registered every time you walked past it. It would be insane. You would be exhausted just from your nose. So anyway, diffusers, you've got a choice. There, like I said, this is the one that comes with your kits when you first sign up with doTERRA. This is a brilliant one. It's a really pretty one, the petal one. And then you've got a whole lot of other choices depending on your decor or just what you want, the amount of time you want it on. Remember this one for the colds and flus, this one will go for like 18 hours. Put on and forget. Okay, the others, anywhere between sort of 6 and 12 hours, which I find is ample. I put it on in the morning. That's today done. I don't need the same smell tomorrow. I may not want the same smell tomorrow. So that one's really cool. Righto, well, happy diffusing. You will find lots of diffuser recipes. I'm going to post a few more today. I've got a whole pile of them, so I'll put them in an album. So if you go to the Tia the Oil Lady page and look for the albums, I'll put a whole pile of diffuser recipes in there for you as well. General rule, about 6 drops in your diffuser. Fill it with water up to the line, read the instructions, it's always a good thing. And yeah, enjoy. Righto, good night. Bye.